I guess welcome to the TooWokeBoys podcast, episode 223. I'm Chris. That's Cole over there, and together we're the TooWokeBoys. How does this happen, Cole? What are we supposed to do? You know, Cole, I've been weeping since it happened, you know? I just think about how sad I am for all the women out there. And women need us more than ever, and women can't rely on men, except for us.
It's fucking bullshit! Fuck! God damn it! How did Trump win? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Sorry, I just had to kind of express myself there, and it was, I tried calling out of the podcast today,
but we take no days off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we went, and also like it's almost a full week after the election, the day we're recording it,
right.
But it still hurts, you know. It's a painful day in America's history. You know, when I think of the worst days in American history, I think of
9/11.
Yeah.
January 6th.
Those are the two worst days in American history. And then November
5th.
Yeah, whatever day that was.
2024. Yeah.
And then the other, and
then when he won in 2016.
Yeah, that day also was the worst day in American history. So now I don't know, man.
It's a really sad day for women. You have been stripped. If you're a woman out there, you have been stripped of all your rights. Your rights are gone now.
Yeah.
You have no rights. The country is the handmaid's tale now.
Yeah. Yeah. People keep saying that.
Yeah.
And they're going to say it way more now.
Yeah.
And the Handmaid's Tale, it's like some show or something.
Yeah, where like women are slaves basically, and
But women are watching. That's like their favorite show.
Right.
So it's kind of like they almost have a fantasy to be.
It's kind of like maybe you do that.
Maybe you like it a little, and it's a little weird that you're like saying like, "Oh, this is the worst thing ever." It's like that show that's my absolute favorite show of all time.
Right.
That okay, you hate that though. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, don't request me to do anything from that show when we're in a bedroom. Okay. If you hate that so much, don't tell me to do stuff from that show in the bedroom.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's the worst thing ever. It's like how?
I just can't even today.
I can't even.
I've been crying the past week. If I had a job, I would have called out of my job. I don't.
Yeah,
but
you tried to call out of this barely.
I did. Yeah, and you wouldn't really let me do that. But
because not because I'm like some Republican dickhead who's like, oh, go to work, pussy.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Go to work. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, I didn't.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, this is not the Ben Shapiro network.
This is not the Ben.
This is not the Ben
Shapiro.
I mean,
show.
if he wants to have us on his network, we would be a voice for women on his network.
Yeah, totally.
But that's not what this show is.
Right.
This is a different show.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, come to work because women need you more than ever.
Yeah.
Women need us because they don't have a voice. No one is speaking for them.
Yeah.
And shut the fuck up, lady, because we know what to say for you.
Yeah.
And right now it's just, you need to be crying and sad.
Mm-hmm.
And, your bodily autonomy is at risk.
It's gone. It's gone.
Well, look, we have how many more days before the Cheeto takes office?
Another
about 70.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 70
months.
So let's think about it this way, ladies.
Okay.
You have about 70 days of bodily autonomy left. Okay, so we're counting down the days that you have of your bodily autonomy. So get it in while you can.
Yeah.
Hit us up in our DMs. We will have sex with you, and
no protection.
No, yeah, we will go in raw, hard, and bust inside, and then you text us later that you got an abortion, and then we'll give you a little we'll thumbs up that text. We won't respond to it. We'll just thumbs up the text.
Right.
That you got an abortion.
Yeah. To let you know that we received
we support
it.
Yeah.
And when you texted us before saying that you were pregnant,
we just ghosted. Yeah, we left you on red for a month.
But then, hey, if you were wondering, I actually just got an abortion today. Text.
We all, yeah. There might be a text like a week later after the "Yo, I'm pregnant" text.
Yeah.
That's like, "Hey, did you get it?"
And they're like
what? with the the emoji that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the eyes, the side eyes. Like, hey, did you get it taken care of?
And she's like, you're gonna have to be more specific.
You know exactly. You know what we're talking about.
The thing that must be done.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a choice to do it, but we're telling you
it's your body, your choice, but make the right fucking choice.
Yeah, or else it's gonna be a fucking problem.
You know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you have only so much time left of bodily autonomy, and get it done right now.
Yeah. And if she asks you to pay for the abortion, will you do that?
No. Because you're a girl boss and you should pay for your own shit.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like women's bodily autonomy. If I pay for it, it's like I'm oppressing your body by paying for it.
Right.
Because it's like you have to pay for it to really cash in on.
What do we live in the 50s? And I have a job and you don't. Yeah. You don't have money. You can't even open a credit card because that's illegal.
Let me court you, milady, and pay for your abortion.
Right.
On this date that we're having.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no,
this isn't some 50s bullshit where I take you to the diner, we share a couple of milkshakes, I take you up to make out point, we fuck in the car, and then I open the door for you at the abortion clinic, and then I pay for how much, Mr. Doctor, because only men are doctors, how much for the abortion?
Right.
No, you pay for the whole, I'm not even driving you there.
Yeah.
In fact, you picked me up on the date at Makeout Point because I don't have a car because it's impounded from the DUI.
Right.
So you got to pick me up. You got to drive me. I made the move on you over the driver's seat, but it was like kind of weird because you're in the driver's seat or whatever. But and then we did our thing in the back of the car, and then now you got to pay for an abortion. Yeah, that I will not be at.
Yeah, but I will like that text.
Yeah, I will thumbs up.
Yeah,
the text
when you say that you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you only have 70 days left while your body is still yours.
Mm-hmm.
When Trump gets in office, that's all going to change. You're going to have no more choices over your own body.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that Roe v. Wade was overturned 2 years ago and it got sent back to the states, and
like
whoever
only
the new
2
president
states
is
are like gonna
being like weird about it. Yeah. And the next president won't affect abortion law at all unless they signed a national abortion ban, which Trump has said he's not going to do, but we know what he really means. We know that he would do that.
It's not like essentially abortion is like fireworks where you can just go across the state line to get some at the, during the 4th of July.
Right.
Yeah,
no, it is, you have no more rights. Even, we live in California and nothing has changed here, but a lot has changed on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, a lot of Instagram stories have changed. So, like, don't tell me that it hasn't made an impact here.
Oh, it's impacted so heavily on the
many posts,
white woman,
so many
Instagram.
On white woman Instagram, it has impacted the state incredibly.
White middle-aged woman who probably can't have kids anymore anyway. Instagram,
yes,
is massively
or women
affected.
who take breaks from their posts saying, like, kill all men.
Yeah,
we hate all men.
Yeah.
They are now talking about, apparently they're still having sex with men, even though they want them all dead.
Well, they do want to kill all men, and that's, what do you think they're trying to do with that?
I guess, future man. Yeah.
So maybe that's what they were.
Interesting.
They were actually killing all men.
Yeah. So it's not kind of, the whole issue isn't just a nothing burger, basically, where the president is not really going to influence any policy on this beyond appointing Supreme Court justices, which it doesn't appear that any seats are going to be up anytime soon, or that anyone's going to die like that bitch Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, you stupid
fucking bitch.
Way to die,
you choked
bitch.
on the bench, you dumb old bag.
Yeah.
Why don't you retire first, you dumb bitch? Oh no, I'm gonna work.
I'm gonna wear my robe to the office.
I'm gonna work till I die,
I got my
can
little
barely
hammer.
move.
And I'm gonna let me
I
be
can
a
barely
judge.
bang my gavel, and I'm gonna work till I die because I'm a strong, independent woman. And then she fucking died, and then the Cheeto replaced her. What the fuck, you dumb bitch? Fuck you! You ruined this country, Ruth.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love women and we support women who
Ruth
have positions of power, and
Ruth Conda forever, but also fuck you.
but also yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
How could you do this to us, Ruth?
Still Ruth Conda forever.
We gotta, yeah,
always and forever. But also fuck that dumb bitch.
Yeah, I will. I will wear
getting Roe v. Wade overturned.
A unironic Ruth Bader Ginsburg T-shirt, like around, that's, what was that one where it was like she's like Snoop Dogg or whatever? Have you ever seen those?
Oh yeah,
she's like so.
Oh, the Notorious RBG.
Oh, that one. Yeah. The Notorious RBG.
Yes,
I will wear that around town. But also, fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
for dying.
Yeah,
when she died.
Yeah,
at the most inopportune time. You couldn't just hang on.
It is.
I thought you were a girl boss.
It is kind of crazy that she just stayed on till the bitter end. It's like she knew that.
Don't they have like a retirement thing? Can't you, like, you know what I mean? Don't they have like a pension?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Is it just like you? It's like
she was on the court for like 50 years.
Is the Supreme Court like Walgreens? Like the second you quit, it's over. You get nothing from them.
Yeah, I don't know. It is kind of crazy though that she did that, like knowing that there was a Republican president and that she would be replaced with a conservative if she died. And that's why we fucking hate her.
It is.
She should have known better.
It's also weird that they're like for life.
Yeah,
you're like a life.
But most retire before they don't like work till they die. Usually, they usually retire.
How good are you at it if you're like kind of dying?
Right.
Like how can you like rule on stuff?
Yeah.
If you're that close to death.
Right.
Like do they have to like? Is she in a hospital bed? Like they're like wheeling her into the court or something? Like crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, we love her. She's a badass, boss ass bitch, but also she's
a fucking dumbass.
Bitch dumb idiot who ruined the country by dying.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, abortion. Yeah. So. The president is going to have a huge effect on that, and that's the only issue that matters. There's no other more like pressing issues. There's no like perpetual wars that
the economy isn't horrendous.
Yeah, there's not issues with the economy.
It's actually
there's not
the best
wars.
Economy ever.
There's not an issue at the border. There's there's not a whole host of very pressing issues that are affecting the country.
Right. None of that stuff.
No. The main and only reason, the only issue that matters is abortion. Mm-hmm. Also, just saying, I mean, I was going to say...
And a woman.
Yes. And I was going to say gay marriage, but unfortunately we can't really say that anymore because Trump hasn't pushed back against that. So now we just say like LGBTQ rights.
Yeah.
We just say LGBTQ rights. Even though gay marriage is legal nationwide now, has been for 10 years. Yeah. We can still use that issue to like shame people into voting for our side.
But people are mad like there's like anti-trans stuff or something.
Yeah,
maybe?
it's like some like transphobic right-wingers don't want children to be transitioning or taking hormones or puberty blockers when they're like 12 years old, and there's a debate about that. Obviously, any parent who would feel that way, any person who feels that way is transphobic.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks that a kid should not transition like as a teenager or like long before they're 18, anyone who thinks that the child's mind is not fully developed and that they should probably wait till they're a legal adult to make an irreversible decision that's going to rule the rest of their life. Anyone who thinks that is a bigot.
Yes.
And is transphobic and is hateful and is not looking out for the best welfare of the child.
And you don't have empathy because you don't know what it's like to be another thing that's outside of yourself.
Yeah.
So maybe you should be forced to do it.
Yeah.
So that you feel empathy.
Yes.
Maybe go to therapy.
Yeah.
That's what.
Ever tried that?
Yeah.
Ever tried therapy, you fucking idiots?
Yeah.
If you don't go to therapy, I don't want to talk to you. I actually, not to get too personal here, but I actually have a relative. I have a cousin who she got into like a fight with her parents who, to me, it seems like she's kind of in the wrong. The parents are in the right. And she's like, I'm not talking to you anymore, to the parents. She said, I'm not talking to you anymore until you two go to therapy. And I will not, like, I'm not your daughter anymore.
Does she go to therapy?
Oh, of course.
It sounds like the therapy's working.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because what therapy is about is
lashing out at your parents and going, you don't talk to someone that they're not in our family. You don't talk to them for $300 a week.
Right. Empathy has been achieved.
Yeah.
And
because you have receipts for it.
Yes.
Like you literally paid $300 to listen to someone that went to a liberal arts college that could have studied gender or recreation or some shit.
Right.
But they chose psychology.
Right. And the most empathetic thing you can do is to attack and belittle people who don't go to therapy and look down upon them, that they are a lesser than person. That is showing your empathy for them. Yeah. So clearly the therapy is working.
It's
like
working
you said.
Really good.
Yeah. By cutting yourself out of your own parents' lives. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, she sounds really centered.
Oh, yes. Yeah. She's definitely the reasonable one in this situation. And so yeah, we have the same viewpoint. It's like, if you don't go to therapy, I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Mm-hmm. How many times have you gone to therapy? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how many times I've been.
Yes, I went one time. Yes, it was court ordered.
Yeah.
Yes,
You didn't finish the session.
I didn't finish the session and was dragged out by security.
Like, you finished the session. They weren't, like, it wasn't technically as long as a typical therapy session is.
It did not go the full hour.
But it didn't need to. But that's how much you, like, grew in 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's about 8, but yeah.
About 8 minutes in, you punch a hole in the wall. And then you release all of your negative energy through that fucking hole in the wall.
Yeah.
and then therapy session over.
And she's like, "You have to leave. That's unacceptable here." It's like, okay.
You're like, we're done here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and again, I was kind of escorted out by security and told I could never come back. And yes, there did have to be a security guard when I was in there.
It's crazy that therapy place had security guard.
Well, with the court-ordered therapy, it's kind of a little different vibe than the swanky offices that.
Yeah. It's crazy that they had a straitjacket just ready to go.
Yeah,
to kind of like bundle you up as you get pulled out of there, like Hannibal Lecter.
Right. I mean, I hit the gym. I make no apology about that.
Yeah, you're strong. You're a strong guy.
I'm unfortunately a very alpha guy.
That's why they needed 2 security guards.
Yeah, to restrain me.
Yeah.
And so it was a whole thing. And so, yes, I did my time in therapy. I went for a fraction of a session, but it worked. Okay. And because I got it. Some people don't get it right away.
Yeah. Sometimes people have to go like session after session.
Perpetually.
Because you're never going to get it. Don't learn.
You're never going to get it.
They don't learn. It's like the TooWokeBoys. We learn quickly.
Yeah.
And we grow fast.
Yes.
So, you send us to court-ordered therapy for like 3 months. We'll get it all out in one session.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it.
Yeah. Now, there are some, before we get into, we're going to talk about like the numbers there are these exit polls that were very troubling to us.
Yeah.
Very troubling with all the different race and gender breakdown. We're going to get into that. But first I'll say there is a silver lining of Trump winning. And I don't really hear anyone talking about this. But we are going to get the return of relevance of our favorite comedian, Sarah Cooper. She will be back. Hopefully she'll get another Netflix lip-syncing special with every A-list cameo.
Yeah.
And
I hope they dump $1 billion on her again. That would be great. After making like 10 Trump is orange lip-syncing videos.
Yes.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah. We can't wait for that. So thank God. I mean, thank God for that.
It's not even like, they're not even like Trump is orange videos. They're literally like just her moving her mouth at the same time as this guy.
But they're hilarious.
But it's also, she doesn't like him. That's why it's funny.
Yes.
It's like, I'm doing an impression of a person I hate, but not even an impression, just moving my lips at the same time that a soundbite of them plays.
Yes.
So that'll be great.
Yes.
I'm surprised she hasn't done the eating the cats and dogs.
Oh, she did one.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, I think we played it on the show. She held up a cat.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a funny prop.
Yeah, you're right.
And she made funny facial expressions while just mouthing Trump's words.
Do you think she has an assistant to be like, hey, I watched the Donald Trump thing
Maybe
yesterday. He said something kind of silly. I don't know. You could probably move your mouth at the same time he does.
Yeah.
To make $250,000.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
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 That's
well,
cool.
She's back, and thank God, and we can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I want to get into these exit polls because
should we do that, or should we do like some reactions of people?
Yeah. Let's talk about. We can talk about reactions.
Would you rather do that? Or
sure. And then we'll get into these exit polls because my God, there were some, the amount of self-hating women, self-hating minorities, it's off the charts. Dumbasses without college degrees, dumb fucking idiots. But we're going to get into that in a bit. But first, there were just some really beautiful posts, videos, and text posts of some of our colleagues in the aftermath of the election.
And it's usually a person that's like, their whole thing is like empathy, vibes,
tolerance of others.
Yeah, I feel like we all are one. Let's all be together. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all like positivity vibes.
Yes. Unless
everybody has differing opinions and it's cool, all that stuff.
Unless those opinions are different than mine.
Yeah.
Then
but they don't
fuck
know
you.
But they've never been around anybody.
That's true. They've never had
so
to.
they don't even know what that is.
Right.
So they'll post like shit like they'll share someone that made a poignant post, and then they'll write their own take on it. They go, "If you follow me and voted for him, please explain it." Which, go ahead, and if you did vote for him, definitely respond to that with some, like, you know, rational, like, why you voted for him, you know, because that's going to go real well.
Yes.
That it's going to be a conversation. It's not going to be you being screamed at.
It will be a respectful conversation just on policy alone, and will not devolve into personal attacks.
No, there won't immediately be a personal attack.
Yeah.
It will be a really cordial discussion that will not be completely unhinged.
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll write that, "If you follow me and voted for him, please explain it." Then they'll share this post from I don't know who this lady is, but "I cannot believe how hard we have to work to convince people that a qualified woman of color who has dedicated her life to public service and operates with grace, dignity, and empathy is a better candidate to lead this country than a man who is a reality television star, is a sexual predator, has been convicted of 34 felonies, filed for bankruptcy at least 6 times, talked about grabbing women by the pussy, and is endorsed by white supremacists. I feel like I'm going crazy." Also, this is from a person who's trying to become a reality television star, like, you know, like do all the things that Trump did.
Yes.
You know? But yeah, so that's sad.
We love that. Another one. This comes from, so some may know that I'll frame it that way. I went to college with the legend Jake Novak. Children dying in the school. We lived in the same freshman year suite of 6 people, and there was another one of the 6 who posted this. He is a aspiring comedian in New York. He said, "Lord bear me forgiveness for posting comedy drama. I have to say it's pretty disappointing and disheartening to see a lot of my comedy peers with humongous followings, many of whom are very funny and nice and I consider friends, to be remaining silent right now. I understand wanting to have space that is apolitical or avoiding conflict, and I'm not trying to act like some morality police or anything, but not even a, quote, 'this is a safe space to make you laugh and anyone feeling afraid is always welcomed here' post. I know you might lose some followers, but if a sentiment like that drives fans away, do you even want an audience like that to begin with?" And that's a great point, you know, because if you have to, any comedian should, and I'm not a comedian, I'm a very serious slam poet. So I know I'm safe. I'm definitely not exactly one of the people who he's got in his crosshairs here. But if any comedian doesn't post on their page saying, "This is a safe space to make you laugh, and anyone feeling afraid is always welcomed here," then that means you support the opposite of that. So, like, if you don't post that, then it's not. Then your page, you don't want to it's an unsafe space, and people are not welcome to come to your page. That's what it means, unless you say that. It's like those restaurants we've talked about on the show that have signs up that say, "We serve all races, genders, sexual orientations, ages."
Because some restaurants don't do that.
Right. It's like
the restaurants that don't have that sign are not doing that.
Yeah. And thank God for that sign, because otherwise I would have thought that you would take a guy in a wheelchair who tried to come to your restaurant and then just wheeled him out. Yeah. Like there's a ramp.
Oh, is that a big hill?
Right.
Just launch him down the hill.
Because that's what all restaurants do that don't have signs up that say they don't allow black people to eat there.
They roll up and they're like, "Oh, where's your handicap ramp?" They're like, "I'll show you a ramp," and then they fucking woo, Tony Hawk wheel you out,
right,
and launch you.
Yeah,
because it's like, hey, we don't serve your kind here.
Right. So just as all restaurants and businesses have to have signs that say we serve everyone here, any comedian has to have a public post that says this is a safe space to make you laugh, and anyone feeling afraid is always welcomed here.
Yeah.
So you have to do that, or else you don't want people to feel safe and welcomed. And it's not just like a completely nothing of a statement that accomplishes nothing.
The funniest type of comedy is empathetic comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my favorite comedy.
Yes.
It's comedy that makes you feel good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, this guy, I mean, it's too bad that the GOAT himself, Jake Novak, I mean, I checked his profile to see if like he spoke out about it. You know what's interesting though? Not only has Jake Novak not released a video about the election, he didn't post anyone is safe to laugh here and feel welcomed post. Interesting, Jake. Interesting that you didn't post that. Yeah, your silence is violence.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Someone wrote, devastated. My heart is broken for this country. It was hard for me to get out of bed this morning. I heard someone share this Toni Morrison quote and found a little comfort in it, so I'll share it with you. This is precisely the time when artists go to work. There is no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
That's us. This is the time where, I mean, we are artists, and we are going to take down Trump over the next 4 years with our art.
I like how it's like there's no need for silence. It's like, yeah, we were never going to be silent.
Yeah.
Like, we will not shut the fuck up.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I've seen some. There's another person that I know that was like, not to brag, but I have not had to cut anyone off because I don't know anybody that voted for that guy. It's like, wow, big flex.
Right.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, you live in a complete echo chamber and probably consider yourself a super tolerant person, yet you've never
so
spoken
tolerant.
with anyone.
I don't have anyone in my circle that shares any differing opinion.
Yes.
There are no differing opinions than my own in my circle of friends because I am open-minded.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the best kind of friend group to have. You shouldn't be, diversity is good.
Yeah,
but only racially.
Like
it should not be.
Your skin color is different, but can you fill out this like little document I have of like, do you agree with me on every single thing that I agree with?
There should be no diversity of beliefs. You all have to be uniform.
Yeah.
So, and we are gonna fucking talk about this with these exit polls in a bit. Like I said, which there's our diversity people didn't really come through for us, and we're going to get to that. But there's another reaction I want to read here from the same relative who
the therapy one.
Yes.
Wow.
Who disowned her parents. Who I think I'll just say it. No one knows enough about my family. She was adopted by her parents.
Okay.
From a third world country.
Okay.
So her parents basically rescued her and saved her from a life of squalor to bring her to America and live a great life. And in return, she has disowned them because they won't go to therapy.
Okay.
And it will shock you. I'm sure it will shock you to hear her post-election.
Can't wait.
She said, "If you voted for Trump, you can consider our friendship over. I'm so serious. We're acquaintances at best. But like, yeah, sorry." And then it's a picture of her throwing up the peace sign.
Nice. That's great.
So.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's how we bring people together, by literally being like, oh, if you disagree with me, fuck you.
Kill yourself. Yeah. We're not friends.
Yeah. That's how this country heals, is like the beginning of a civil war.
Yes.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
I saw this one. This one was cool. I know we'd all, this was like a tweet thing. I know we'd all agree to swipe left on dudes who had moderate in their dating profile, since we all know it's just another word for conservative. But I'm just going to go ahead and add apolitical and other to the auto-deny list, just in case.
Nice.
Yeah.
You really showed them.
So it's like, okay, why do you think people put moderate in their dating profile? Because exactly this.
Right.
Like, you would flip the fuck out if a person was like conservative. Right.
Or even had some singular beliefs.
A conservative ideal. Just
viewpoint on any topic.
Like they're religious or something. Like,
right.
You would fight them over that.
Yes.
Right. So these people, the conservatives, they've been like, dudes are like, okay, I'll just say I'm moderate, But she's on to them. We know. Yeah, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So fuck that.
Yeah.
So it's only acceptable to be liberal on your dating profile.
Yes.
So
yeah, she sounds
you can't put apolitical.
A nice person, nice lady to be around.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. People. Oh, and then there's like comments on it that she also posted.
Yeah.
She said, people are pointing out other could go either way, which is a solid point. Anyway, I'm just going to delete the apps, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to not fuck at all.
I just can't even with dating apps.
Yeah.
That's a very unique
other
take.
Means they might have different opinions than the exact ones I hold. I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a comment on that. And this is like so massively liked and shared, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
This is a comment on it. If he can't comfortably call himself liberal, it's a firm no. All of the above are just a sneaky way to say I don't care about women's rights, period.
Now, I wonder what this lady would have to say to someone who does consider themselves liberal, a classical liberal, but sees many ways in which Trump is more liberal than Kamala. A liberal could say that Trump is, and I want to preface this by saying, I obviously disagree with these people, okay? Because Kamala is a perfect liberal, Trump is a fascist Republican, and the conversation ends there, okay? But some people are saying like, oh, Trump is actually more liberal in a lot of ways. Trump is more anti-war. He wants to find a way to end things with Russia and Ukraine. He would probably end things quicker with Israel and Hamas. He had no new wars when he was in office for the 4 years. No new U.S. involved wars, and they would talk about his positions on trade and that protectionism is a liberal economic belief, and like tariffs, that's a liberal thing to do, and restricting illegal immigration used to be viewed as a liberal thing to do because restricting illegal immigration has been shown to promote more jobs for U.S. citizens. But there's a very clear correlation between the two, but not anymore, because if you are against illegal immigration, then you're racist.
Also, if you're an American citizen, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because we hate American citizens.
Even if you're Latino.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're Latino now.
Right.
But there was another person that wrote, they put out a poll on the day.
Yeah.
And the poll is it ethical to be a stand-up comedian anymore?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's
So. No, it's not.
Well, that was the correct answer, I guess.
Yeah, so. I'll go first. No. Oh, also a couple more things where Trump could be considered more liberal than Kamala. Free speech was formerly a tenet of liberal ideology,
but free
and it
speech
was the right wing that was.
It's a dog whistle
for hate speech.
Yeah.
Anyone who talks about free speech
is just like the other, a different opinion than yours. That's hate speech.
Yes.
So,
AKA misinformation, AKA people who disagree with us.
Yeah.
That's misinformation.
Yeah. If you disagree with us and you present facts, that's disinformation.
Yes.
If you disagree with a point that we have, that's what was the other one?
Misinformation, disinformation, hate speech. Yeah. I'll simplify it. Violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any speech that disagrees with us is violence.
If you shut the fuck up and just listen to us while we're talking and then you have nothing to say about that, silence is violence.
Yes.
So can you do anything? No.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
And if you sit there and take it, your silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And it's violence.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I love that.
You're wrong no matter what.
And another belief that used to be liberal is kind of a skepticism of big pharma and big corporations. Like we hate as liberals, we hate all corporations, we hate all big lobbies except for big pharma. Now, we love big pharma now.
Yeah.
Because
we hate big business, but big pharma is big business because they say they're for good. So then that's good.
Yeah, it's like all the opioid stuff that they were like, the Sackler family and all the other, all the other businesses who were like evil and pushed opioids and said they were non-addictive, and they totally were, and killed thousands of people and based on lies. It's like that was bad. But now, because Big Pharma manufactures COVID vaccines, Big Pharma is good again. Mm-hmm. Dare I say, great again.
Yeah.
So,
but we gotta be careful about.
We gotta be
careful about saying stuff's great again.
Right. So it's not that all huge conglomerates should be viewed with skepticism and questioned, and like influence in politics with their special interests should be looked at and questioned, whether it's big pharma, big agriculture, big oil. It's not that any of these things should be scrutinized into like, okay, is this what's best for the American people? No. Big pharma all big business is bad, but big pharma is good and perfect, and they could do no wrong, except for the opioid stuff, and except for all the other stuff they've done, except for the Tuskegee syphilis experiment or whatever, and then the countless other
don't
completely unethical and
that
evil
was back
things they've
then
done.
When that was bad. That was bad back then, it's really a shame what the government did to people back then. But now the government's
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in 70 or so days,
the government will be bad again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but the government's good for the next 70 days.
Mm-hmm.
But Big Pharma will still be good.
Yeah.
Once Trump is in office. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The FDA will still be good.
Mm-hmm.
And
aren't we starting to think
the CDC will still be good?
Aren't we starting to think the FDA is bad? The idea of the FDA is good, but our food is poison, right?
Well,
or is that?
Well, RFK, that's something that RFK pushes, and we hate RFK.
Yeah, he sucks.
So RFK questions the FDA. So we stand with now we're pro FDA.
Yeah, it's almost like whatever.
We're pro chemicals in our food.
Those are good chemicals, though. Yeah. Here's a banger that I saw. This one's great. If you're not annoying the men around you and challenging their internalized misogyny, your white friend's racism or speaking loudly and proudly about queer and trans love acceptance, it's time to start being the most annoying fucking person you know.
Wow.
Nice, right?
Who posted that?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
But maybe
I mean, that sounds like something that like we would say, you know.
Yeah, well,
it's like if you're not being annoying enough,
be more
ramp
annoying.
It up, be more.
Do you think
fucking
this
annoying.
post is annoying? Get ready for 4 years of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is those are just delightful people to have in your life. People whose goal is to be annoying.
Yeah.
That's a good thing that you should try to do, is to just piss off those around you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Any other bangers?
Yeah, we got some. Let's see. Yeah.
So I want to get into these exit polls.
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So there's these exit polls, and they really showed, we'll just go through them, okay? And we'll discuss. So gender, 55% of men voted for Trump, 42% Harris.
55% of all men?
Yes.
Okay.
Or this is or yeah, I think that's what this means.
So men ruined this.
Men ruined this.
Uh-huh.
And,
not us, but
yeah. Oh no, this is 55% of men went for Trump, 55% of men went for Trump, 42% of men went for Harris. Women, 53% went for Harris, 45% went for Trump. So at least women as a whole get it, okay? But
barely.
45% of women, that's almost half. 45% of women in this country voted for Trump, and to anyone who did, you voted against your interest. Mm-hmm. You're a self-hating woman. You're a misogynist. You're a dumb idiot. Your brain is smaller because you're a dumb woman.
Yeah.
You're just an idiot. Yeah. You don't know what's best for you.
Stupid bitch, and you need to make sandwiches for your man.
Yeah.
Because that's
you're a dumb.
That's what you voted for.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
You voted yourself into the kitchen. So make me
congratulations, bitch.
I will have turkey and Swiss on my sandwich, bitch.
Same
How about
here.
that?
Yeah,
a couple of turkey and Swisses for the boys.
Yeah, extra mayo, please.
Yeah, let's go light mayo on mine.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So let's talk about some of these other races. White people, 57% Trump. 41% Harris. No surprise there.
Yeah, big surprise.
Racism.
Mm-hmm.
Now, black people, 85% Harris, 13% Trump. So it sounds like 13% of black people are racist against themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're Uncle Toms.
Yep. They're dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who don't know what's best for them, voting against their interests. Hispanic Latino, 52% Harris, 46% Trump. How could you vote for Trump being a Latinx? How could you do that? Because I, as a white person, say that he's racist against you, so you can't vote for him. It's like, I think he's going to make I think he's going to make my life better. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. You're not allowed to have that belief. You can only vote based on the personalities and actions of the individual candidate, not on their policies or what could make life better for you and your family. No. If you do that, then you hate your own race.
Hey, Latinx person, you fucked up with your voting. And then they might be like, I'm Latino. Hey, no, you're not, idiot. Now vote for what we said you were supposed to vote for, and don't be dumb.
Yeah.
But you already blew it, So way to go, Latinx.
Yeah. And they might say, like, it sounds like you don't really respect my culture or agency as a human being by, like, calling me Latinx and telling me who I have to vote for because you have...
Listen, Latinx, I went to a liberal arts college and my white teacher that taught me culture told me that saying Latino, Latina is racist, or actually it's misogynist.
Misogynist, yeah.
So So we all decided, my classroom full of white people at my white people school, we all decided that was racist, okay? So we're trying to not be racist, the big room full of white people at my college.
Yeah.
We decided that it was racist that you call your whole thing Latina or Latino.
Even though 97% of us do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we stopped doing that. We stopped being racist, and then we told you, hey, it's actually being misogynist, you doing that. And then they're like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. But they're wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Yeah.
They don't even know they're wrong.
Right.
And that's why they're wrong.
Because they're so stupid. All these Hispanic people, black people,
like they don't even go to college.
Right.
So they weren't at my liberal arts college.
Right.
That my parents paid for. Like what? That's why they're not smart.
Yeah. Now here's where it really gets me, where we get into the men. You know, we say a lot. Why are men?
Yeah.
A lot on this podcast.
Yeah.
And
really, why are they?
Yeah.
You know?
That's, I mean, the ever-present question. 60% of white men voted for Trump. 53% of white women voted for Trump. 21% of black men, over a fifth, voted for Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? You dumb idiot. Do you not know what's best for you? You stupid black person. Oh, you dumb black guy. Oh, Deshaun. You want to vote for Trump? Oh, you think he's going to lower your taxes? Oh, you think he's going to make your life better? You fucking idiot. You fucking dumb black guy. You fucking stupid, know-nothing piece of shit, dumbass, stupid idiot. Okay, I almost said something that was, maybe not the best thing to say.
Yeah.
But if I had said that, it would have been justified.
Sure.
Because
they voted wrong.
These people, 29% of black guys, they're like the slaves. They're like the slaves who were like
tattled on the other slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're the Samuel Jackson character in Django, the one who supports the master and views himself as better than the rest of the slaves.
Yeah.
Not knowing that he himself is still a slave. You idiot, you dumb black guys, fucking dumbasses, stupid dummies. Anyway, this is, okay, so 21% of black men voted for Trump, but at least 80% didn't. Okay. But this is what really gets me. 55% of, this is Latino, I'm going to rephrase it, of Latinx men, 55% of Latinx men voted for Trump. What the fuck are you doing? Hello? Hey, hello, Jose?
Yeah.
Do you not know what's best for you?
Yeah, Juan. What the hell?
Yeah. I'm going to vote for Trump because I think he's going to improve the life of my family. I think he's going to be better for the country. You dumbass. You stupid idiot.
How could you do this to us?
Yeah.
They're going to deport, your taco truck's going right back to fucking
send
Mexico.
You back. Go back to your country. Go back to Mexico.
You know what they need to do?
Jose.
You know what they need to do with these people that voted like this? They need to deport them out of this country. Get them out of this country.
We need to build a wall.
Exactly. We got to build a fucking wall from outside, like this country. We take all the people of color and Mexicans that voted against Kamala.
Yes.
And deport these motherfuckers out of the country and then build a fucking wall.
Yeah. And you're going to fucking pay for it.
Yeah, and exactly.
You're going to pay for the wall.
Mm-hmm.
With all these little tax dollars you think you're going to save. Well, guess what? You're paying for the wall now, Eduardo. All right? Got it? Get them the fuck out. Go back to your country. How could you vote for Trump? You don't know what's best for you. You're an idiot. You're a moron. So you know what I have to say with you? Well, well, yeah. But what's a Spanish thing that we could tell these dumb Latino men who voted for Trump against their own interests?
Can I say the word?
Yeah.
I'm Latin, so I can say it.
Okay.
Wetback.
Yeah. Okay.
Or what you can call them wetbacks.
Okay. So again, producer Alex is Latinx.
I'm Latinx.
He's Latinx, so he can say that.
Yeah, he can say that.
Right.
So he will be our resident Latino.
And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say something. You dumb Latino men who voted for Trump. You idiot, selfish, xenophobic, racist. Okay, I was gonna say something, but I restrained myself.
Yeah.
But if I had said that, I could have.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I did earlier.
That's like a slur to say that? The one you were about to say?
The one I was about to say would be a slur. But it would be appropriate if I said it in this case.
Yes. Yeah. There's no slur if you're like talking shit about someone that voted different than you.
That's true.
If you're a liberal.
Right.
So
now I wish
totally
we had
cool.
So this and this speaking of good slurs to use against people who voted against us, it doesn't appear that the exit poll shows sexual preference, because then we know what we would call the gay guys who voted for Trump. We sure as hell know that. But yeah, so those are kind of the main takeaways of does it show the college educated?
Yeah.
Oh, did you find another funny reaction?
There's this this was in the LA Times. It says this is just a quote from the LA Times. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I had to talk 3 or 4 people down from suicide. That's the reality that people are facing right now. This is from Aaron Reed, a transgender activist and independent journalist who has written extensively about the trans community and conversations she had on election night.
Sounds like they got great mental health of friends.
So,
Just almost commit suicide.
Right. Like the election results are in. Hey man, please don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
I know it's like, what's going to change in your life? The president is a different president than the one that's currently the president. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden, the one that like you haven't heard from in like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry that this is happening, but don't kill yourself, please.
Right.
Yeah. Our existences are politicized, but just living is an act of resistance.
I love when people say that.
Yeah. I love that. This is by Avery Poznansky, a 21-year-old non-binary transgender senior at UCLA who has decided last month, after years of personal discovery and long discussions, to start testosterone therapy. Yeah.
We love that. No, but so that post, I mean, I love it. It's awesome that, it's great that people are on the verge of killing themselves because of who got elected president. That really makes a lot of sense to do. But my question is, why talk them out of that? Why not? I mean, killing yourself is the most brave act of political resistance. Have we not talked about what these Free Palestine self-immolators? Mm-hmm. I mean, they were the most brave people. They definitely made a huge difference. Yeah, they did it before the election, exactly.
And it wasn't even about the election. It was about like other stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, which is it? Is like killing yourself good or bad? I'm a little confused now. I think killing yourself for a political reason is really brave. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I encourage.
No, I'm not going to do it either. But if you do it, that's really cool, and I support that.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and do that, dude.
Right, and this other breakdown of the exit polls. Never attended college. Who do you think went for Trump there? 63% went for Trump, 35% for Harris. A bachelor's degree, BA or BS. 53% Harris, 45% Trump. You dumb idiots who didn't go to college. You fucking low-life troglodyte idiots. You imbeciles. You don't. Oh, I didn't go to college. I got a job after high school. Oh, I'm a farmer, or I'm a forklift operator, or I'm a janitor. Oh, buh. Oh, I didn't go to college. Oh, I'm a mouth breather. Oh, I'm a four-leg. I'm a monkey. I'm not even a person. I'm like an ape. Oh, I'm a dumbass who didn't go to college. Oh, I can vote for Trump. Yeah, 63% of my people vote for Trump. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a dumbass piece of shit for getting a job. I got a job after high school. Because I'm dumb. I got a job instead of paying $200,000 to go to a liberal arts college. Oh, I'm a dumbass. But we are the party of working people, and we support working families, and we are for the blue collar and for...
That's what we care about.
Yeah.
Those working
We are
people.
the party, yes, of unions,
Although
of working
they abandoned
people.
us.
Yeah.
It's like, we did everything you wanted.
Right.
We got Beyonce. We got Taylor Swift.
We got Usher.
How many celebrity endorsements does it take to get farmers and retards that work
We got Mark
jobs?
Hamill.
Yeah. Like, what other celebrities do you need?
Yeah. We got
That's
we
the
got
most
Clooney.
important thing.
We got
That's
George
the most
Clooney,
important thing.
who forced Biden to drop
Will
out, basically.
Ferrell's out on the street.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
With Billy on the street
Billy.
yelling at people about who they're voting for.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Dave Bautista.
Mm-hmm. He's like...
one of the good ones.
Yeah.
One of the good Latinxes who voted the way we want. So he's one of the good ones. The other ones, they're a bunch of,
Yeah.
But he is one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm. And he's jacked.
Yeah.
And he's being masculine, like in the most stereotypical way possible.
Which is bad.
Yeah. But like he's showing men that it's liberal men, which are mostly gay now. But
Yeah.
like he's showing I guess it's like this is what the liberals are doing, because they've been like, men are bad and should kill themselves for the last like 10 years. They're now having like a vegan guy like lift weights like as a joke.
Right.
And they're like, look, I'm really strong and I'm gonna vote for Kamala because I'm jacked.
I will say Dave Bautista is a better attempt to win over like masculine men more so than like the UCB improv teachers. It was like the best that was the best they could do in that other ad. They're like, who are we going to get to win over
literally
rural,
before they
traditional men? How about some teachers from UCB?
Yeah. Yeah. How about the teacher of my...
How about the fat guy at UCB?
Yeah, from my intro
to improv class. Oh, my God. But, yes, we are the party of... Like, gone are the days where the Democrats are the party of working people, because those people are gross to us now. I mean, we are still the party of working people because we know what's best for them, but they're also they're gross and kind of, it's like, keep them away from us, keep them out of our gated community. We like our new party, which is more and more white, which is more and more college educated. It's the Republicans who, judging by these exit polls, are getting more diverse in race, more women, They less and less people with degrees are voting Republican, so it shows that they have diversified their party immensely, while our party is becoming less and less diverse. That's good, though.
Yeah,
it's good that
because we're getting out all the people that think differently than us.
Yes,
and that's important.
Yes,
you want to focus in your party to like one minuscule group of people.
Yeah,
and berating anyone that is like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yes. And I saw a tweet that from a Democratic strategist that said white. It said something like, I wish I saved it, but it said something like white men without college degrees are ruining this country.
Yeah,
and that's
I saw that.
Like, imagine if a Democrat said that even like 20 years ago.
Mexican housekeepers are ruining this country. Right.
Yeah.
Uneducated Mexicans are ruining this country. Yeah.
The party that used to be like that, to not care, like you got a college degree, who cares? It's like, we want to support you as like a working person, as a union member. It doesn't, we don't look down upon you because you didn't get a college degree. That is completely flipped now.
It is weird because it's like, join a union, but everybody in the union's a retard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole...
Yeah, you idiots. You idiot union members who voted Trump.
Alex, you can see it? Okay, can you pull it up for... Okay, I want you to read that. Okay. 85% of Americans support access to abortion. 60% support stronger gun laws. 61%, it's a bunch of these stats here. Who do you think posted this on their page?
I don't know.
This is on the Instagram account of Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ben & Jerry's ice cream has gone hard.
Yeah, they really have been going hard with the political leaning over the last like 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. So, yeah, they were doing all that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And a final point about the people, like the working people and like the non-college degree holding voters. It's like Bernie Sanders has now he has said many times, he's been saying for years, it's like we've lost the voice of working people in this country. We're not representing them anymore.
Yeah, we're a pretty good post about it.
And Bernie Sanders is now the voice of reason in the Democratic Party. Which
the guy that was too radical, too crazy, is now...
Yes. And by the voice of reason, I mean the wrong voice. He's wrong. The Democratic Party should not look themselves in the mirror and say, like, hey, we've really let ourselves go here.
Is it time to look in the mirror and go, maybe we should let people... I don't know, pick their candidate in the primaries.
No.
Even though they haven't done that for the last, 3 elections?
Yeah.
Like they wanted Bernie, they got Hillary.
Right. They haven't done that since 2008, basically.
They kind of had everybody leave at once, so then it was only Biden.
Yeah.
And then this year, it's like you didn't even get to pick.
Yeah.
And you get Kamala.
Yes. Bernie is completely wrong.
Who we would have picked because we love Kamala and all of her policies that she stands for.
Yeah, Bernie is not...
That she never told us about.
Yes.
But we knew she was cool the whole time.
Yeah, Bernie has not been the voice of reason. He is, he's an idiot. Yep. And we don't care. Like, fuck working people or whatever, Fuck that. And also Bernie, he went on, I saw an article, he was talking about how he wouldn't apologize for going on Joe Rogan. Because there was an article that said, like, maybe if Kamala had gone on Joe Rogan, she could have gotten her message out to some of his millions of listeners, and maybe it could have had an effect in a swing state. No, this is not a time to look ourselves in the mirror and ask what we did wrong as a party, as the Democratic Party. Kamala is right not to go on Joe Rogan, and Bernie was an idiot for going on Joe Rogan. How could you platform him? How could you platform Joe Rogan? Why would you do that? Why would you want to have a debate with someone who may disagree with you on certain issues? And why would you want to push your message out to his millions of voters so well to the point where Rogan endorsed Bernie in 2020? Do you remember when that happened? Yeah. Rogan endorsed Bernie, and Bernie was promoting that. And then all his supporters like, no, we can't accept that endorsement. No, we can't promote that. And then they, of course, lost. So that was a great decision too. Like we talked about before, if you don't agree with someone 100% of the way on politics, you have to completely shun them out of your life, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's a huge figure in the media whose endorsement could help your campaign, like Rogan could have done with Bernie in 2020 and could have done if Kamala had gone on his show.
Yeah, and did it in the way that the show is, instead of going...
which is you go to the studio, you do
for
an uncapped conversation, and she was right. She was right for not doing that. She did everything right. I've seen a lot of people post this. She ran a perfect campaign.
Yeah.
She did everything right, and the only reason...
She went on every show that no one watches anymore, and then...
She went on The View and bombed on The View.
Yeah, so which is pretty hard to do.
Right, but she managed to do it. She went on The View, which the people who watch that are already her voters anyway.
Yeah.
And she had a chance to diversify her voting base by going on a huge platform, the biggest platform of Joe Rogan Experience.
Any media
ever.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't do it, and good for her. She ran a perfect campaign. It's not a time for her or the Democratic Party to look themselves in the mirror. And the only takeaway from this election is that America is sexist and racist.
Misogynistic and homophobic.
Misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic. And all those minorities, the millions and millions of minorities who voted for Trump, are dumb idiots who don't know what's best for them.
Right.
And you know those words I was using before.
And so make sure you post a video of yourself crying, do a couple of takes, really try to nail it, like really emotionally. Yeah. Find the right emotional music of you crying. Maybe let out like a really loud scream in the back of an Uber while you're recording it, you know? On your way to a party, but don't worry about saying that. But, you know, just pretend to cry in the back of an Uber.
Yes.
And then scream really loud at this country and stuff. And then, you know, share that online and then write a caption about how, like, you've cut off anyone that has a different opinion than you.
Yes.
And that, like, they should go to therapy and that you're not unhinged and mentally unwell.
Yes.
And that'll look really good. So keep doing that. We love that. And we have one very special email that I think we need to get to.
Okay.
We got to read this email here. Okay. This says, thank you, Woke Boys. Okay. Hello, TooWokeBoys. I would like to take this moment to personally thank each and every one of you. Christopher, Cole, producer Alex, Malcolm, Jeff Zinasek, Malcolm Kellner, for your efforts in producing or in preaching the gospel of woke. Because of you, though also largely because of me, mostly me really, this election has been tremendous. The best election ever, many are saying. Your insistence on ideas like respecting women, treating minorities like people, and saying that it's okay to eat dogs like they do in China have directly alienated the average hardworking American person from the Democratic Party. I'd like to congratulate you on completing Fukuyama Hashimoto's project and reaching the end of her story. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Yeah. Anyway, the future is now history, and it is my story. So thanks again for being so woke and repulsive that no one voted for your candidate, Kamala. You have helped the American people see the future is red-blooded and white-skinned and blue-eyed. From your courageous leader to you, thank you. 47.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe the Cheeto emailed us.
That's got to be our craziest email yet.
This is insane.
He actually listens to this show?
Yeah, it's his favorite show. It's the best podcast.
Wow.
I mean, would we have had him on this podcast? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But only to berate him and say you're bad. And we would have turned his he'd be sitting right there and it would be exactly like this. There wouldn't even be a mic in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
We would be talking the whole time.
Yeah.
And you better believe we'd be playing
I'm speaking
the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And every time he tried to talk, that's what you'd hear.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, the Cheeto.
Yeah.
Thanked us. I can't.
Well, guess what? Guess what, Cheeto? It's going to be a long 4 years for you because we are going to take you down with our art.
Yeah.
Our slam poetry and political comedy are going to be more on point than ever.
Yeah.
So you better buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I don't think so.
All right. Follow allies of the show, Malcolm Kellner and Jeff Zinasek on all platforms. Follow the Two Woke Boys on everything you can. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. Send us emails, TooWokeBoys@gmail.com. We love your emails. And donate to the TheSlutFund on Venmo and Cash App. And like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us comments and give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and Spotify. So that being said, thank you for listening to episode 223 of the Two Woke Boys podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are Two
Woke Boys.
Can you hear my voice this time?